Hello and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 everybody. Today here I am at Wycombe Air Park, which is EGTB, also known as Booker Airfield. And this is the latest payware scenery release by the development team over there at Pilot Plus. And I'd like to thank Joe and the team for providing me with a early access copy to take a look at. And I'm more than happy to put a video together just to show you guys what it's all about. There are quite a number of cool little features with this general aviation focused scenery. One thing just up front to get out of the road is that this is not a sponsored video. I'm not being paid to do this. I did, however, get a copy of the scenery to be able to take a look at. So what I'll do today, everybody, is I'll take you for a bit of a detailed look around the aerodrome itself and some of the assets, the buildings, which are a true replication of what is actually at the real-life airport. I'll also show you what it looks like under night conditions, and also a cool little feature that's been implemented into the scenery when it rains, so I'll show you that. What I'll also do is, if you have a look around the airport itself, they've actually done a lot of work on the surrounding scenery. This includes a number of different landmarks, including some key VFR landmarks that are used by real-world pilots, and I'll show you one or two of those as we have a look around. I'm just going to quickly check out the first landmark right here. Well, it's not really a landmark, but it's a point of interest. This is the Wycombe Wanderers training ground, so for all you football manager geeks out there, you are welcome. So Wycombe Air Park has got a couple of runways right here. You can see runway 35, the grass runway below us being modelled, and then you've got the asphalt runway running perpendicular to the grass runway in the background right there. Okay, we're going to check out the glider parking part of the aerodrome for a start, and as you can see, we've got some pretty well model gliders sitting around waiting for someone to jump up there without a motor and fly around. It's not something that I do a lot of. It's down at ground level here, you're getting a great deal of detail, really adds to the immersion. So it's hand painted ground at 5 centimeters per pixel and with ortho imagery up to 12.5 centimeters per pixel. So for those of you that really get into your stats, there goes the info right here. One of the cool things with the scenery is just exploring some of the neighbouring yards, and I'm here in what looks like a scrap yard. And as you can see, I'm pretty impressed with the vehicle models actually. They're usually something that would be viewed at a distance, but you can sort of walk around here and take a look at some of the surrounding scenery in quite some detail. And they've done a really good job here modelling some of these outer buildings. And as we get over the fence there, we've got the Heliair building right below us right there. And then we head over into the main car park for the aerodrome itself. As we make our way over towards the tower, we've got what looks like a cafe of some description, or certainly a retail store with some picnic tables out the front there. Really give it some character. And those wooden posts right there are modelled very nicely. It really does give that sort of unique feel of a old school general aviation airfield, that's for sure. And then we make our way up to the tower here. And here goes something that is pretty cool with this particular scenery. And I'm just going to show you right here. That glass, look at that. Someone's been putting their fingerprints on that. You might want to give that a bit of a clean. But anyway, let's check this out. So I've thrown a storm on everybody. And as you can see right here, on the top of the tower, where in fact all around the tower where the glass is we've got those rain effects going on, which is a cool little piece of detail just to add that extra level of immersion once again. Certainly wouldn't be recommending flying in these conditions, that's for sure, not in a GA aircraft, but how cool is that? Just one of those nice little pieces of attention to detail that just add that little bit of extra to the experience. Okay, the storm has suddenly stopped, everybody, and the clouds have all disappeared. I do not know how that happened. But here we are, and this is one great thing I like about Microsoft Flight Simulator, is how that water stays on the ground and then evaporates. But as we continue our tour just around the main part of the aerodrome, or the base and the buildings right here, as you can see, we've got some parked aircraft sitting around. We've got the odd scrap container or garbage container. Assume that will be for people that are doing maintenance on the plane, need to throw stuff out. And it's got this garage door open over here, and this is a great little feature here right here. It's got a portaloo, so hey, you never know. Sometimes when you need it, you need it. We've got a Cessna parked here over in the corner. Looks like it's going to be staying there overnight. But cool little touches there with just these static aircraft sitting around. It's always cool to see that. And as you go down to the different part of the building site right here, we've got another Cessna just sitting over there. Some more vehicles, once again very, very well modelled as we go past ATS Aero. And then up over the top here, we've got one of the barn-shaped hangars right here at the end of the airfield. There goes a bit of a tour of the actual aerodrome itself. As you can see over on the ground here, you would have noticed we've got the parking bays numbered here, or the parking spots. Quite an interesting way of doing it, actually. I haven't done a lot of flying in Europe, as I mentioned earlier. I'm not too sure if that is pretty common, if that's how they usually do it, but that's cool. When I first came into the scenery, I thought those were helicopter spots for a start, but soon realised they definitely weren't. We've got some grass and concrete parking spots over here also. So based on the photos that I've seen of the airfield itself, I think they've done a pretty good job in terms of replicating that, and it's certainly pretty detailed, that's for sure. So what we'll do now, everybody, is let's go and jump into our aircraft. We'll get up in the sky. We'll do a circuit or two, and go and identify some of the local landmarks. Okay, we're now flying over one of the probably more famous landmarks right here. You can see it down below there. It's called the Golden Bull. It's a monument atop the mausoleum next to the West Wycombe house on Lord Dashwood's estate. And it's the site of the origin of the Hellfire Club of Great Britain. So there you go, you learned something today. It's that octagonal or hexagon shaped building over there. And it's sort of marks the top, or the most northern part of the traffic zone here at Wycombe Air Park. So it's often a place that pilots would have to report back, or report in at as they approach the aerodrome, which is just over there. As we can see, we're approaching it right now. So let's get in there and land and see how we go. Okay, another feature of Wycombe Air Park is the atmospheric night lighting. So let's go ahead and try that out right here. We'll increase the time of day. Oh, that is absolutely stunning, everybody. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, Wycombe Air Park for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I think they've done a really fantastic job. I hope you agree. You can pick it up on Orbix Central right now. And if you're a GA aviation enthusiast, I'm sure you're going to really enjoy flying in this area. Hey, thanks once again to the guys at Pilot Plus for providing me with the access to be able to check this out. If you did enjoy the video, please smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. And until next time, everybody, take it easy.